Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever it is, wherever you're coming from, I appreciate you coming back out to Dan's Trades and taking a look. As always, none of this is financial advice, purely entertainment and or educational purposes only. Alright, so today we're just going to go into a quick trade review I did on my paper account. It is currently, today is, I should say, it is February 10th, 2025. It is a Monday. It is currently 3 o'clock in New York. We see 1501 just crossed right now, so I'm done trading for the day. Just doing a quick, again, trade review. And full transparency, this is completely watching ICT's Telegram channel, or Michael J. Huddleston's channel, I should say. He used to go by ICT, but he's just Michael now, so. Wish I would have been in his mentorship years ago, had I known about it. I didn't find him until a year and a half or so ago. So, this is my opportunity to see how he reads price and paper trade along with it, just out of curiosity. So, pretty interesting result here, I think. Let me know what you think. So, I ended up actually taking I had made a tiny mistake on my entry. Here's so this is 10 o'clock open here. It's a nice displacement. Marked out that fair value gap. Got another one marked out here, and another one up in here. Looking for these to turn into inversion fair value gaps was the play. This one did invert. I was waiting for this one to invert, that I believe Michael was also talking about, but I had my orders placed kind of like this. Did a create limit order, dropping them in, and then I was going to put a sell stop just after it closed, kind of like right here. Then once it came back up, so I wanted to place it to get my order like right here to be an inversion and to come back down, where obviously it came back up right there, but ended up executing right here, and I just left it on as it was driving down into it. So I just watched price, put my stop above this breaker up here as defined by Michael himself. I'm not a huge breaker dude, so I don't rely on them, but I will listen to the author. And so that's where I had my stop above consequent encroachment of that. Got in, moved away, so I was happy with the trade. It was going in the direction it was expected to. We'll slide this guy over here so it's not all in the way. Definitely retraced back up, tapped into it, dropped back down below, closed back below it again. So we're definitely, as called out, you've seen high resistance liquidity run trading. Looking for going into the lunch session, since obviously the morning session was bullish, looking to attack the bears are looking to attack, get some trades off. So rode through this high resistance chop, going through that, closing back above, and we did retrace all the way back up. I think ICT got stopped out right here just because he was done at the time, and I was going to do a little test to see what happens after he gets stopped out, and sure enough, price did cruise right back up. I didn't touch anything. The stop was sitting right there, literally where it's called out still. And it never did hit mean threshold of this breaker. And then price broke right back down at the noon hour on the back half of this macro. Alright, I had to tweak the OHLC tool so you can see not just only the most recent macros, but when the macros are being delivered. So, beautiful macro delivery here. This is where price ran for liquidity, which was back above this short-term high. And then the back half of the macro ran right back down. I also drew a fib on this doji candle. Something else I've witnessed over time. Throwing a fib on there and looking for 2.5 and 4 standard deviations off of this doji candle. I find it very interesting. I don't know if this means anything or not, but see this up close candle here? Just so happens that the low is dead on 4 standard deviations from this doji candle. And then I was targeting this swing low for my first partial, which hit right here. 21,834. You see the little blue caret just below it, filled it. And I was looking for a terminus on this trade. I was looking for this down close candles open with a fair value gap right below it. A breakaway gap, technically. So that was my draw on liquidity down here. I don't know if Michael called one out, but that's what I was targeting. And then I had to leave the house right after the macro. So I just closed out my trade right here as price. We had a 1 minute change in state of delivery back to the upside. So I said, nope, that's enough for me. I'm done. So right in the next candle, I just closed it out and closed up the trade and had to leave. So that was my trade there. So 860 basically down to 835, 830, give or take. And then obviously with the mistake, so it should have been in around, 850. But it worked out very nicely. Nice retracement. So I did have to live through these retracements. Good at getting a feel for that, but I don't personally like that. But it is an interesting thing to observe. Right after he was done getting stopped out, price took off in the direction he was looking for. I find it interesting. Let's get these guys out of here since I was just doing that for kicks. Here's price right now. Let's take a look. What time is it again? 15:07. Yeah, not interested in getting in anything else there at all. Pretty good chance to come up here and give us sweep those guys or take a new high of the day. We'll see. Again, I'm not trading. 8 minutes. There'll be a decent sized macro starting after this one. That's just a quick trade review there, so that's what we were looking for. That's what we keyed off of following the author's channel. Any questions? Throw them in the comments. Appreciate you watching, and looking forward to the rest of this month of February. So hopefully you're having a good time. Hopefully this finds you in good health. And remember, tomorrow is definitely not promised for anybody. Make sure you live for today. Take care and God bless.